Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with the next update for my beauty budget. I didn't actually do an update for April and I'll get into why in a second. And I also did kind of not post very much in the last month, so that's also why I didn't do a video. So I'm gonna cover my beauty budget both for April and May in this video, and I'm gonna go through everything that I bought and all the points that I earned. So just to let you know, if you don't know my rules for this year, I'm going to give a brief overview, and I have actually decided to add in a rule as well, so I will start by doing that. But before I do so, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. Let's just jump into the video. Just again, brief overview of my rules. Every 2 makeup empties that I have is 1 point. Every 5 pans I hit in my collection is 1 point. Every 5 items I declutter is 1 point. And that's basically the ways I can earn points. I have, however, added in another rule to earn points, and that is that every 2 eyeshadows that I finish, I get a point from. So that is because it's similar to the empties part, but obviously if I only finish like a shade in a palette and I don't finish the whole palette, that won't be in my empties. So I still wanted to add that rule in just to clarify. So for every 2 eyeshadows that I finish up, I do earn a point as well. Additionally to that, I have a couple of rules of how I can spend my points basically. And 1 point equals 10 singles. So normally 1 point is just 1 makeup item. However, when it comes to singles, I decided that 10 singles equal 1 point, and that is because like if you compare it to a palette, they usually have more like on average 15 shades in them. So I wanted to allow myself to purchase singles and not feel like I'm wasting all my points on them. Let's say if I bought 10 singles, which I mean is usually less than a palette anyway, that would be 10 points. So I wanted to lower that, and that's why I added that rule in. I also have a replacement is not included in points. So for example, I'm about to finish a mascara soon and I can then buy a new mascara, and that is not counted into the points. So yeah, replacements are not equal to points. When it comes to lip products, I want to have at least 2 lip products out for every 1 I bring in. So for this year I have not brought in any lip products, but yeah, that's just something that I want to consider because I do have too many lip products in my collection. So for every 2 lip products I bring out, I'm allowed to buy 1, but I don't necessarily need to. And then the last rule that I have is that I want to buy max 3 single blushes this year, and I have not bought any of that category either. So those are my rules. So let's just jump into recapping where I ended March, because again it's been a while since I updated this project. So at the end of March I had in total 6 points, and out of those 6 points I had used 3, which means that I had 3 points rolling over in April. And when it comes to April, I did actually pick up 1 item. I did buy something from MAC, and what I actually decided to pick up is a new foundation. And this is actually a foundation that I've been wanting to try for years and years and years. But before I was too worried that it would be too like low coverage, and also I heard that people break out for MAC based products. So I was a bit worried about that, but I also heard that they no longer make this product. However, I have since then done a bit more research, and I do think they sell it in MAC, what's it called? MAC Plus stores? No. They're like, you know, more bigger like flagship stores, or I can't remember, Pro stores, that's what they call, MAC Pro stores. I think they sell them there, and they also sell them online. And the foundation I'm talking about is the MAC Face and Body. I picked this one up in the shade C3, which is a bit too deep for me right now. I would not be able to pull it off. So I do mix this with a white concealer or a light foundation when I do use it when I'm not fake tan, and that works perfectly. But when I bought this, I bought it in a bit of a hurry because I really wanted to try this foundation, and I was just, like I said, thought that they no longer had this. So I wanted to pick one up, and the shade that I thought I would be, more my winter shade, is, I think I would probably be C1. And that one wasn't in stock. C2 was not in stock either, and I thought, why not just pick up a summer foundation, because this is probably something that I would love in the summer because it is a bit more lower coverage unless you can build it up, and I really like this foundation. I have used it quite a bit already. I really enjoy it when I do use it, so I might pick up the other shade in the future, but since we are getting into the warmer months, I'm just going to stick with this for now, and then maybe at the end of the year I will pick up the other one. But this is a great foundation. It lasts really well on the skin. It doesn't look cakey. It's very smoothing, and I really am impressed with this. This is like my go-to now when I go to the office, because I know that it won't look like very makeupy on the skin. So yeah, that is what I picked up, so this was 1 point, because obviously I do have lots of foundations in my collection, so yeah, this is 1 point that I used in April. And that, like I said, was actually the only thing that I bought, so 1 point out. And when it comes to the rest of my makeup collection, I actually had no empties in the month of April. I did have 2 pans, so now I have a total of 14 pans in my like overall throughout the year. I also had no declutters, so that also did not give me any points. However, I did also add in the eyeshadow empties that I mentioned before, because I did add this rule in April. So that was 2 empties, and that gave me an additional point. So at the end of April, I had throughout the year earned 7 points, and I had spent 4 of them, because I spent 1 point, like I said, on the MAC foundation, which means again that I rolled over 3 points to the month of May. So that is where I started the month of May. In May, I actually have not bought any makeup, so I'm doing really well. I only bought that 1 foundation in the last 2 months, which is great. And I even bought that MAC foundation on like the 1st of the month or something like that. So very, very early on. So it's been basically 2 months since I bought anything at all, which is again great. And I haven't really missed anything. There isn't anything really that I am tempted by at the moment. I know there will be, and I know there's definitely things that I could buy that I have had on my wish list, but for now I'm pretty happy. I do want to buy some more eyeshadows from the Pastel Roses, and I'm waiting for like a good sale, and if they do have that, I might order some eyeshadows from there. But otherwise, like I said, I'm not too tempted at the moment. I'm waiting for a few more releases this year, and I might pick up some stuff then. But yeah, for now, I don't really foresee myself buying any makeup in June either, which is gonna be great. So hopefully I can continue adding in some more points. And speaking of points, let's just go through the points that I also earned in the month of May. So in the month of May, I did have 2 makeup empties, which means that I earned another point there. I also hit an additional 4 pans, which means that I'm now on 18. So I went over the threshold of 15, because every 5 pans give me a point, which means that I got another point from there. I've had 0 declutters and 0 eyeshadow empties, but I did get, like I said, 1 point from empties and 1 point from pans. So that means that I now have 2 additional points. So in total this year I earned 9 points, and I've used 4 still, which means that I now will have 5 points rolling into June, which is amazing. Again, I'm trying to save up points for end of the year, like Black Friday specifically. And also I don't know if I'm going to shop it this year, but maybe the Sydney Grace Christmas in July sale, might buy some stuff from there. So things like that I am saving points for. So fingers crossed I can stick with earning some more points, and I am foreseeing a couple more points coming in the next month, especially like pans. I should definitely hit 2 more pans, which will bring me up to 20, so that would give another point. And I'm hoping to maybe empty out some eyeshadows in the month of June as well, which hopefully should maybe give me another point. I don't know if I will actually empty out 2, but at least 1, fingers crossed, I will finish up in June. So that is where I'm at the moment. A bit of a quick one today, because I haven't really bought much, and I don't really share my empties or pans or anything in this video, because I share them in separate videos. I do like a quarterly pans, and then I do my empties obviously, which I think will be going up in not too long. So there we are. I'm not gonna ramble on for much longer. Again, it was a quick one, but I really hope you enjoyed it anyway, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye guys.